Sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf. Because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is the big man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas Eve to all the children of the world. Santa Claus says, be good for goodness sakes, because this is the night that I'm getting ready to come see you. I'm here in Santa's workshop launch pad. Me and the reindeer are getting ready to go out into the night to come to your house to bring Christmas cheer. That's what I love to do here at SantaClausSays.net, to bring Christmas cheer, to bring the wonderment of Christmas, and to tell wonderful stories. So here in this special edition of Santa Claus Says on the night before Christmas, we're going to tell the wonderful story, The Night Before Christmas, the classic edition by Clement C here in just a moment. But did want you to know that you can always find all the back episodes of Santa Claus Says at SantaClausSays.net. You can find them on the recordings on youtube.com/Santa Claus Says. Then you can also find the recordings on a podcast at SantaClausSays.net and on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. That's where you can find out all the things I've been doing here on SantaClausSays.net, where we bring Christmas cheer, we tell wonderful Christmas stories, and we hear wonderful letters to Santa. You can keep telling me those letters and all year round at SantaClausSays.net through voicemail or through email or through text, and I will respond all year round, because that is what I do. I keep track of all the good boys, the nice girls and boys in the world all the time. So you can always reach out to me, even when it's not Christmas time. But I did want to remind you that tomorrow we have our last show for this season, Christmas Day, December 25th, when we tell the story of the first Christmas, the biblical story of the birth of Jesus. Because what Santa Claus is all about is really to celebrate Christmas. And the celebration of Christmas is about the birthday of Jesus. Much more important than Santa Claus or all the gifts and all the things, all the decorations, is the birthday of Jesus. We tell that story here on Christmas Day. So I hope that you'll tune in to that story. That's our special edition of SantaClausSays.net. Well, boys and girls, it is indeed the night before Christmas. It's time for our special story from Clement C. The Night Before Christmas. And I'm showing the picture book to our YouTube viewers, and our listeners on podcast can hear it as well. But let's begin. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were all nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter that I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. The moon had on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to the objects below. And away to the window I flew like a flash, and tore open the shutters and threw open the sash. And what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. with a lively little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in an instant it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder, and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. And dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little foot. And I was drew in my head and I was turning around down the chimney. St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes they were tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his noses like a cherry. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and his beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. With a wink of his eye and a twist of his head, soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went right straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh and gave his team a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And that is the story, boys and girls, of The Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Moore. Santa Claus loves you and will be seeing you before you know it. And I want you to get some rest and be ready for Santa Claus. Don't forget, cocoa and cookies is my favorite. But my favorite thing is to please the children of the world. And my favorite thing for you to do is to have Christmas spirit and to tell stories about Santa Claus. Remember, you can always find out more about Santa Claus at SantaClausSays.net. That's where all year round you can leave me a message at SantaClausSays.net in voicemail or in email or in text message form. And I receive those messages and I answer your messages all year round. Please join me tomorrow, Christmas Day, when I will be sharing the very special story, the most special story of the very first Christmas, the story of Christmas read from the Bible. So I hope that you will join me for that special show. I wish you a merry and blessed and wonderful Christmas, all the boys and girls of the world. I will see you soon. Until then, remember that Santa Claus says to be good for goodness sakes. Ho, 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 ho. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you soon.
You're special to Santa Claus,
Goodbye.
just like sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at SantaClausSays.net and watch Santa Claus Says live on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.